So, told you I could make a unicorn. And, well, you won't be able to see it very well here, but it lights up. You can see the lights from the side. And of course, I'll include a little footage or picture or something with it lit up. But anyway, this was a really fun project, and I did get some footage of some of the creation of it, but not as much as I usually do. I had some other stuff going on, and I wasn't really in a hurry, but I'm trying to move things along. And if you don't already know it, it probably takes about twice as long to make a project when you're trying to film every step of it. And even the ones that I do a lot of footage like that, I'm still not filming every step of it. So, but anyway, this was really cool. It was one of my Facebook friends sent me this design site. It was like a silhouette, almost like a clip art thing or something. And it's just, female form or face, and the hair and everything like that. But she's got a unicorn horn. And she asked me to make, like a kind of plaque, something I hang on a wall or whatever, with this. And I can't leave things alone. I have to take it a step farther, and make it really cool. So I made the back out of whiskey barrel staves. You can see the places there where the metal, rings around the barrel were, and which, whiskey barrels are made out of white oak, and I absolutely love working with white oak. It's most definitely one of my favorite woods, possibly my favorite. The weathered white oak looks so good. It's got that gray and everything. I made a sign for a local bar out of the same stuff, or using the same style. You can see here the design is raised above the background because the whiskey barrel staves are curved this way and they're curved this way, and it takes a fair amount of work just to get them flat on the back and on the edges so you can glue them together and into a background like this. But you obviously the point is to preserve the weathering and the that distressed and old whiskey barrel look. And so this is pretty difficult because you have to I'm not even going to try and explain how all the steps or anything like that, because it's really, really difficult. But you have to find the locations where the little pegs can go, and then you have to go through a series of steps to get them marked in all the right places on here, and then make them fit perfectly into the back of this. And it's just it's a lot, and I made some mistakes, and had to redo some things and all that kind of stuff, of course. And then after I had started it, I got the idea. I was like, oh, it's going to be raised up. Wouldn't it be cool if it was, if this was lit from the back so that it would, have a glow to it or whatever. And so I, went on Amazon and I bought something from China, unfortunately. But I bought these little light strips or whatever that have this little battery pack. So I will show you the back now, and you can see. Well, I got my brand on there, of course. But it's this little thing, and I've got the wire with the lights in it, kind of hot glued in different places to the back of the design, and then the wire just comes through here, and I epoxied this down, and I guess you just take these 4 little screws out, and you can pop this cover off and change the batteries. It's got like 2 watch batteries in it. And typical, hanging stuff. And I always do this. I don't know why people don't do this. Maybe somebody else does. But when I put, you know, the hanging stuff on something, I find out how deep, like with these are pretty deep. These are almost 3/4 of an inch, you know, sticking out of the back of the thing. But even those little sawtooth hangers, you know, the ones with the little jagged thing where you hang it on a nail and you find the center spot to make sure that it, you know, hangs balanced and everything. They usually have like an 1/8 or sometimes even a 1/4 inch thickness sticking out of the back. And so I always find a couple of pieces of, you know, like some little plywood or just a couple pieces of wood or whatever that are the same thickness as that. And I put it on the bottom, on both corners of the bottom or somewhere on it. The purpose being that, you know, when something hangs on the wall, I hate it when you see a picture hanging on the wall and it's hanging like this. You know, it's like the top of it is pulling away from the wall and the bottom of it is just, you know, resting against the wall because of gravity. It has no choice. And that just, I don't like that. I like, you know, I want it to look straight and even and everything. It's not an OCD thing. I just think it looks bad, you know. And so I always put these blocks on you know, the bottom of things that I make that hang on walls to get it to hang straight against the, you know, away from the wall and look like it's, you know, looks like it's supposed to be there. But anyway, and you can see on the edge the little that's the top of the whiskey barrel or the bottom or whatever, where the, you know, the disc of wood that it wraps around and serves as the bottom of the bottom of the barrel. It's the bottom of the barrel. Okay, hopefully this isn't the bottom of the barrel. But anyway, so then, you know, after I got these whiskey barrel staves, I used the joiner and you know, straightened the edges so that they, you know, because they're curved, they're whiskey barrel staves, so they're like this, you know. And so I had to straighten them and edge glue them all. After I got all that done, then I remembered that I had some curly maple pieces and I edge glued them together. And then I dyed it pink because that is the customer's favorite color. And which actually was just red, you know, it was just a very light dye of red, and the white of the wood, you know, made it pink. And it's got like I didn't really intend for it to have this kind of weird texture look to it or whatever, but I thought it was kind of cool once it did. And I liked it enough that I left it and I didn't treat it like a mistake. Norm Abrams from you know, New Yankee Workshop used to say, that's not a flaw, that's character. So that's not a mistake, that's character. This thing, I broke it twice because these are super thin and the wood grain is going this way. And so all you'd have to do, I would just have to barely push on this and it would snap off. So I'm going to warn the customer that, you know, don't let your kids play ball around this because that will bust. I already broke it twice and had to super glue it back on. But anyway, so then, you know, and I went through the whole process of figuring out how to, you know, get it in there on those little pegs and everything and have it raised up and getting all those things in the right place. Holy cow, that was difficult. But anyway, so yeah, it turned out pretty well. So anyway, I really like this project. It was a lot of fun to make, and it presented some big challenges. But the cool thing is, you know, I made a couple mistakes, but I you know, I kind of learned from it. Hoping that, you know, if I do something like this again, I will not have to completely, you know, relearn all those lessons, because the way I'm not making the same thing over and over again. I hate making the same thing over and over again. And you know, I like new challenges and everything like that. But then the bad thing is when you come back to, oh yeah, I made something similar to that, or I used that same technique or process or something like 4 or 5 years ago, it's very possible that I'm going to have to relearn those same, you know, things, or that I'm going to remake the same mistakes that I made before, because you know, it was so long ago, it wasn't something that I developed as a habit or whatever. But you know, writing things down would be good. But you know, I record some things on video, so maybe I can learn from that. maybe I'll go back and watch my own YouTube videos when I'm gonna make something else and be like, oh yeah, I screwed that thing up. I won't do that again. There, that's helpful, right? Okay, this is gonna be a short one because I don't have much else to say about that thing other than it's really cool and it lights up, and I made something that lights up. So awesome. Thanks. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you think I deserve it, please give me a like and maybe subscribe to my channel because that helps me a lot. And I just have one more thing to say, and that's this is, people ask me what this shirt means. What is that? And I always tell them that that's what drummers say when they're drunk. It's right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. It's a paradiddle. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left. And you can tell because there's drums, the border is drumsticks. Drumstick, drumstick. All right, I'm done. Have a good day. Bye.